And welcome back to part 7 of What If Jiraya Adopted Naruto. Last time on the Naruto What If Jiraya Adopted Naruto, the team had just defeated the dastardly Gato and made peace with Zabuza and Haku. Zabuza decided to stay behind and nurse his wounds, while giving his good luck to his son Haku. Haku Momochi is his name now, carrying his father's blade, at which time Zabuza comes to reclaim it. So, basically, yeah, that's where we left off. Now, we basically will catch up with Naruto and them more or less walking back to the village and going to explain the scenario to them. They get greeted by the guards, and, they get caught up with the interactions with the guards for a little bit. And, they're asking why is Haku here, and they explain why Haku's there. We'll explain it more to the Hokage. And a couple people hear it, and the word gets around. Now you cut to Ino sitting there all alone in her flower shop. She's got day off right now. It's like, oh, I wish something would happen. I'm so bored. I wish Naruto was here. And then she comes in with a she's preparing an order. It's like, here's your flowers, and it's like, yeah. And then here's him talking. Did you hear? Kakashi's team just made it back. Yeah, I heard the bit was here was a tough mission. They may even encountered an A-rank missing nin. All of a sudden you hear, but then all of a sudden there's a sign saying, back in 15 minutes. And then they're just, and back at the plot, everyone's talking. It's like, all right, we're just going to take you to Okage now. And all of a sudden, without blur, there's just a boom, a yellow flash. Naruto goes to the ground. It's like, all of a sudden, Kakashi has flashbacks. Sensei. And then they just see, they're tackling Naruto. He's like, you bastard, you're back. Oh, I heard this word thing. You got to tell me what happened. You got to tell me what I was like, Dad. And Naruto's like, what the hell just happened? And he comes back and says, oh, it's like you're back, and she just suddenly starts basically just molesting him, right? And she starts making out with him in the street, and Naruto's again like, boom. Basically like, okay, this is happening, and I'm accepting this is happening. And everyone's just kind of there like, whoa, okay. And then, Kakashi's like, takes out his book real quick. Sasuke's like, just looks away, not caring, though even he's like, yeah, lucky. Even Sasuke's got to be like, oh, all right, yeah, good for him. Haku, had some respect. Sakura, surprising, is like a little bit more voyeuristic, just like, oh wow. And then, but quickly, Haku's like, turn, and they're kind of just having a moment there, and then all of a sudden Naruto. Because remember, even without sage mode, he's pretty adept at feeling out his surroundings and getting a grasp of what's going on. Here's some giggling. Here's a noise. Just yes, research, and just while he's got basically lip lock, he just kind of opens an eye, figures the location, and then just it's like basically just does a contrary about just knocks Jiraiya's out of the tree, and then kind of snaps out. It's like, Dad, what if I don't? And pops up on her feet there, who's kind of in a daze from that. Just, Dad, what if I told you? It's like, no, wait, son, come on, you couldn't help me. I mean, I couldn't help. I mean, that was good stuff. I mean, you'll be immortalized. You'll be immortalized in my literature. And then Naruto just beating on Jiraiya. It's like, what if I told you? I'm using that excuse. It's like that doesn't work. Exactly, it doesn't freaking work. They basically just kind of have a wrestling match. He gets him like in a headlock, noogies him. You gotta say uncle. You first. And it just does a clone. Basically, it's kind of like their father-son antics, and everyone's kind of just laughing. Finally gets out of the daze and realizes exactly what had happened, what she did. Even she's just kind of like, oh God, I really did that. And then Naruto finally sees it, and I was like, yeah, no, don't worry, I didn't mind. And it's like, yeah, well, you left without us going on a proper first date. How dare you do that? It's like, well, it's like, and it looks over to Kakashi. Think we're going to be getting some time off for this? Given what we just went through, I'd say we're probably going to have at least a week. Are you free this week? It's like, and then she's just like, are you? You said it, not me. We haven't had a proper first date. And then she just costs him again. This time it's a bit more reserved. She's giving chastity kisses and all that. It's very nice. So anyways, like, okay, honey, I gotta go, but I'll see you later. All right, love. It's like, all right, bye. So, and then just like, yeah. It's all on cloud 9. And Haku's just like, so was that your who's that? It's like, oh, that's my girlfriend. And then he openly admits that, and surprisingly, Sakura's just like, what you guys are dating? Is like, I mean, yeah, we haven't been dating very long, but we kind of made it official more or less before I left for the mission. And Sakura's just kind of like, Ino got hurt. Ino and Naruto are legitimately thinking I'm still just, second fiddle with Sasuke. We gotta try harder and all that stuff. So anyway, someone had made a point. It's like, how am I going to address the fact that Haku does have Zabuza's sword? Simple. They explain what happened. That Zabuza is still out there, but will at some point willingly come to the Leaf, and that when he does, they should understand that he's I don't think he's an S rank missing. I think he was an A rank missing in. He's still an A rank missing in, a former swordsman of the hidden mist, so he's still dangerous. But if he's coming willingly, they need to at least give him a chance. So until then, they still have the executioner blade. Haku will be carrying that. They also make a note of that too at one point, probably with and you know what? I will say what I was just about to say for a little later in the story. It will be in this video, don't worry. I'm only at 6 minutes. I got plenty to go over. So, throughout the week, now here's the thing. As I was about to say that, it's never fully hinted out, I don't think it's ever fully said, of how long it was between their mission and when they got back and when basically the whole tuning exam thing was going on. I don't think it's ever been stated. So, I'm going to go with the week. So during that week, there's going to be some, mild training, but more or less Naruto and Ino will have their date. And I'm not going to go into the whole date and things along those lines. I don't go into the really intimate moments very often because I'm not skilled at talking about something like that. But needless to say, Naruto is a gentleman. He doesn't take the nerve to Ichiraku. She even says, we'll see a lot of that in the future. And that's a line I got from actually a fan fiction I really liked. We'll see a lot. The basically said, we'll see a lot of that in the future. I'm unfortunately not made of money. Though I imagine he had a pretty decent allowance from Jiraya. And they probably made a solid amount on a mission. But he says, I wanted to treat you, but for a first date, I wanted to treat you like the princess you are. You're special to me, and I want, I care about you, and I wanted our first date to be special. And she was she's very thankful for that. And they go to a nice restaurant. Luckily, because no one really knows about Naruto's condition, he can get into whatever restaurant he really wants to, which is good. They have that. They probably go for dessert somewhere, like some ice cream. They go for a nice walk in the park, and they rest on top of the Hokage's head, and they have a nice little moment. It's very nice. Anyway, fast forward to the plot. With a few days left days off left, they definitely would maybe try doing some group training together. So we cut now instead to basically Team 7 plus Haku training together. And Naruto, for the most part, I'm not giving him any new techniques right now. In fact, I'll be honest, because I almost always tend to give him a couple at least one new technique to try out and things along those lines, almost through every arc, arc. I'm going to try to slow it down, mostly because this Naruto probably has a good grasp on patience and just mastering what he knows. He shouldn't have too much on him, otherwise he's just not going to be able to, catch up. Even with Shadow Clones, it's going to take a long time to catch up. Instead, he's just working on the seals he knows, seeing as if he can streamline some things. I'll show you one thing he learns later on. But meanwhile, Sakura is she's doing some light workout because she feels she needs to at least try a little harder, or at least in Sakura's attempt to try a little harder. People kind of pointed out that I don't like Sakura very much, and I don't. But I'm not going to teach her the Shadow Clone Jutsu because it really doesn't make sense for her to learn the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Sasuke had asked to learn it, and Kakashi okayed it. That's why Naruto showed him how to do it. Sakura hasn't done that, and that's not a jutsu that you would go out of your way to teach a relatively fresh genin without massive chakra reserves like Naruto, or at least decent enough chakra control like Sasuke with a reasonable reserve. But meanwhile, Sasuke and Haku are training. They're actually doing some actual legitimate sparring. Sasuke's trying out Shadow Clone techniques to use in combination with sparring. At this point, Sasuke's, because unlike everyone else, he doesn't have much of a social life. He spends a lot of his time training. Has probably been working on his reserves and his chakra control. At this point, he can probably make 2 clones without too much difficulty. He can make 2 clones and even make another 2 clones and still generally be okay. But he can't spam them like Naruto can. Or if he wants, he can do multiple single clones at a time, which I think he would actually find a bit more advantageous. So right now he's tag teaming Haku with himself. And to be clear, Sasuke did win their canon fight. If you really watch that fight, he did win the actual straight fight. But we know for a fact Haku was holding back. And Haku demonstrates is that even with Sasuke double teaming him and still being really skilled with a Sharingan no less, Haku is still able to keep up because he's just faster than Sasuke is. And is able to basically go toe-to-toe. They're still relatively even, though, all things considered. With Sasuke having an extra clone, having a solid fighting style, and the Sharingan, Haku's experience and speed are countered by that. But neither one's got this true edge over him. Haku even says Sasuke would even says like, you gonna try using that sword, or are you guys like, oh, I don't really want to kill you, Sasuke. It's like, oh, come on, you won't kill me. You'll hold back before you even go for actually throw the killing blade, or if you will. And Haku's like, yeah, you got a point. It's like, if you insist, and he just takes up Zabuza's sword and just lifts it like nothing, because I would imagine Haku would probably be able to lift Zabuza's blade. We've seen smaller individuals do it before. It's not impossible. Though, even for Haku, it's a bit much. So he does have to, he either rests on his shoulder and kind of like uses the momentum in his favor, or he does use both hands, maybe even holds like the circular part. I think the circular part was, like the hole in the blade was at the front of the blade, wasn't it? Or was it at the bottom? I can't remember. I've already got the wiki up, so why don't I just quickly look into that? Meanwhile, Naruto's just working on some scroll patterns and things, or ceiling patterns, things along those lines. So Zabuza. Well, I'm doing that right now. Zabuza, there we go. And then he all of a sudden, Naruto-kun! And then you see and then he sees Ino, the Ino Shikachiro, and Hinata and Shino, I think, join as well. I think Kiba doesn't really join them very much. I think Kiba's still very much his kind of not outcast, but it's kind of alpha dog loner mentality, because he does have Akamaru with him, so he still feels that he wants to be the one in charge, but it doesn't always work out, that kind of scenario. But they get over there, and Ino glomps him a little bit. It's like, glomp. And it's like, hi, honey. It's like, hey, babe. It's like, so what's up? And it's like, oh, what's up with you? It's like, oh, we're all just training. And it's like, yeah, we're all just doing our training. I'm just working on some seals. It's like, oh, right, training. Yeah, it's like, that'd be such a drag. By the way, some people get on the, by the way, the circle part of the blade was in the latter part of the blade. Though there is a curve at near the base of the blade. I don't think Haku would take advantage of that, though. I don't think there's a way he could, unless he's using his ice to grasp onto it. Some people get on Dub's cases sometimes. I think one of the better translations into from the sub to the dub was actually what Shikamaru's catchphrase is. In the manga, and I think in the anime, in the Japanese anime, it's troublesome. But that line doesn't kind of flow in just an American dialect. So when he says, "Oh, this is such a drag," that line makes complete sense to me. I like that line. Actually, I like it more than troublesome, I'm going to be honest. Just sounds more like a natural thing someone would say instead of troublesome. Troublesome is just for lack of a better word, troublesome word comparatively. There's more effort in troublesome, whereas what a drag. Training to be a drag. It's like, well, yeah, I figured you guys might want to chill out a little bit and relax instead of training. So Naruto pulls out a scroll, just chips in a pillow, gives a pillow to Shikamaru, and some chips to Joji, and a couple of drinks. It's like, yeah, you know us well, don't you, man? Yeah, I do. And Naruto, for the most part, besides studying and practicing some seals, is taking this moment to just kind of soak it in. His girlfriend's kind of just, relaxing on his shoulder. She's smiling at him. He's very happy seeing her there. And, he's just watching his friends kind of, strain and get stronger or just relax. It's just a good moment. And then he looks over to Sakura and just, he's a little concerned because he does, Naruto doesn't hate Sakura. Sakura, for all we know, doesn't really hate Naruto in this version. Um, she just, from everything he's seen, she just isn't really taking this whole ninja thing that seriously. And even raising, and Sakura's a little far away too, so it's not like she can immediately hear anything they're saying. But she looks over to Ino and says, what's wrong?" It's like, I just kind of worried on Sakura's part. It's like, Sakura? It's like, I mean, she's fawning over Sasuke so much, and I don't think she's not gonna make it, honestly, as a ninja, unless she picks it up a bit, unless she takes it a bit more seriously. We're ninja. We could literally die any time we go outside the village or a mission. We could die theoretically in the village. Ino, no, to be fair for Ino has matured a bit, definitely. But she's still Ino. She's still very energetic and loud, and gossip queen. Though the gossip between her and Naruto for their like private moments are between them. Even she's got some tact for that. But she actually, and that line does kind of hit her a little bit too, because despite the fact she does know that it took Naruto, I don't think Naruto. I mean, Naruto's probably said before, but again, Naruto bringing it up again kind of reiterates the point that they do lead a dangerous life, and she kind of has to think on that. But as long as she has Naruto, and as long as she's got something to live for, she's never gonna like back down or anything like that. And Naruto's like, I just wish Sakura to figure that. And then Naruto has an idea. It's like, hey, why don't you and then Sakura, I got an idea. It's like, why don't you and Ino spar? It's like, it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't think you guys have sparred since the academy. And then Hina's even like, oh, that'd be a great idea. And Sasuke and Haku were just there, and it's like, yeah, well, we've been sparred for a while, man. We could probably use a break. And, yeah, I got bet. And Naruto, unseal some water bottles, and he's like, here you go. And Sasuke, it's actually grateful. It's like, yeah, thanks. Just drinking. Yeah, come on, let's see what you guys got. It's like, yeah, right now. And then Sakura's like, I can show how cool I am in front of Sasuke. Awesome. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I bet I can beat you. I bet I can beat you, Pig. Yeah. At this point, the nicknames, well, still a little hurtful to some of them, are just more for kind of like the affectionate names they just have for each other at this point. It's like, all right, Forehead, you asked for it, and then they kind of get ready to go. And it should note that Sasuke actually takes note of the fact that Ino is looking a bit more fit than what he remembered from the academy. I mean, she was never in bad shape, but she seems to be a bit more toned up and everything along those lines. And it's like, and he's like, and he's taking a bit of notice of him, but he's respectful that she's Naruto's girlfriend. He wouldn't try to do anything. Plus the fact that Naruto could, and Sasuke will never admit it out loud, but he knows Naruto, if he went all out, could kick his ass. Though he feels he is making progress using the clone jutsu. Probably has learned those three. He had the Dragon Fire Jutsu, Phoenix Flower Jutsu, and Fireball Jutsu by then. He probably already has those jutsus down, using the clones to speed up some training. And it's probably even learning maybe a couple extra techniques at this point. What they are, we'll save that for the actual tuning exams. But they basically are lined up, and they go toe to toe. Now, in terms of actual fighting style, I think they're still relatively even, though, because Ino's been actually physically training, her hits hit a bit harder than Sakura's, and Sakura's feeling them. Ino's also a bit more agile than Sakura, and has a bit more speed, and has a bit more endurance. Basically, she's just physically now tougher than Sakura is. And Sakura can tell that, but she's using her brain, because Sakura is smart, and using substitution jutsu. Is able to get a couple shots in on Ino. Ino's about to use a mind transfer. She's like, no, you don't. She just uses the clone jutsu. It's like, got you. And then she just charges. Ino doesn't know which one is Sakura, but she's got one more ace in the hole. Something Naruto taught her. And then she just goes, water stone, raging torrent. And then Sakura's like, what? And then a blast of water just comes out of Ino's mouth and just blows, basically soaks all the Sakuras, and just one gets blasted, hits a tree, and then Baden's like, that's the match, Sakura. It's like, it's like, man, it's like, how would I lose like that in front of Sasuke? And then Sakura, actually, looks at Sakura and says, look, Sakura, and she kind of gives her a hard time. It's like, look, I know you want to impress Sasuke and everything like that, but if you're not going to take your being a ninja seriously enough, he's never going to notice you. I mean, that Sasuke mostly seems to care about getting stronger and getting his clan back to power, but you know he's not going to pay attention to someone who's just fawning over him the whole time. That's why I didn't, and that's why I quickly just realized I besides how good looking he was and how cool he was, he didn't. I wasn't interested in him beyond that. And that's and then I found Naruto, and I'm more than happy. I'm well, but you need to find that. You need to look for that in Sakura. Sakura kind of thinks it over and then Hinata actually rushes over or walks over along with Haku, and then he's like, because I would imagine Sakura's got some cuts and scrapes on her, definitely. And it's like I made some ointment. It's like on here, but Sakura, you can try some of mine as well. And they both pull out ointment. And they both look at it. Like, oh, you make ointment too? It's like, yeah, I collect herbs. I have a garden. It's like, oh, I have a garden at home too. And it's like, oh, well, it's like, and basically, would you like to come over sometime and help me with the garden? We can we can improve our basically trade information kind of thing for ointment making. And it's like Haku's like, I would like that. Gee, am I being subtle enough on where I might be leading that? Yeah, if there's one thing, I'm gonna stop real quick and just say, if there's one thing I'm not good at, it's subtlety when who I'm kind of pairing up. I'm not subtle with that very well. I'm not very subtle with that. I could have actually just gone off and said nothing, but it's kind of evident where I was leading that, and it will benefit our characters in the long run. So let's see, we're at 21 minutes. I think I can cram out the beginning of the very beginning of the Chunin where they meet Kankuro and stuff. So the day goes as such. Everyone gets some training in, and then we basically cut over to Kakashi giving them the day off, and Sakura's just like and then Sasuke still tells Sakura the same thing, maybe not as harshly. Because instead of asking me for a date all the time, why don't you do some training, Sakura, please? It's like, well, and then Sakura's again dejected, and it kind of just reaffirms what Ino told her. It's like, he's not gonna notice me if I'm just keep going. He's right. I gotta get stronger. I gotta do something. And then Konohamaru shows up. It's like, hey boss, you gotta play ninja with us? Oh yeah, I did say that. I got the day off, and then a ninja playing ninja. That's so twisted. Which honestly, Naruto looks like they're kids, and I got the day off, and they're my friends. Why wouldn't I play ninja? What's wrong with playing ninja? It's fun to be a kid now and then. Come on. And which again, Sakura. I'm not trying to bash on Sakura very much, but the way these I presented the characters, it does seem prudent that they would kind of call her out on some of the things she said. To which again, Sakura's just like, oh, I guess so. I'd say, hey, who is this girl, boss? She your girlfriend? To which Sakura's like, what? And then Naruto could say, no, Konohamaru, I'm dating Ino. You met Ino before. And then Konohamaru thinks like, oh, the blonde. Oh yeah, her. Yeah, she is. She's really pretty. It's like, yeah, good taste, boss. I mean, you wouldn't want someone with a forehead like that. Which Naruto suddenly feels the icy cold death glare, not at him, but through him towards Konohamaru. He just looks at Konohamaru because he's probably inherited Jiraya's sense of dread of women, and just. Konohamaru, I hope your cardio's good. You've been working on your cardio. The cardio? Oh, you mean like running? Yeah. Why? You might want to practice that right now. And then Konohamaru just turns around and looks behind him and sees Sakura just flaming death glare at him. Just, and then runs off and then, well, I guess I better go save him. And then he actually hears him running to Kankuro and basically, he's a kid that hurts. Like, hey, put me down! I'm going to get to what I'm about to say in just a second. Now, Naruto comes like, hey, what's going on here? It's like, yeah, this little kid bumped into me. Put him down, Kankuro. We got some time before he gets here. Let's, not time to beat. It's like, I said put it. It's like, and then Naruto, instead of just yelling, actually, steps up and actually literally just looks straight because I said put him down, and which Kankuro actually, because Naruto said that with conviction in his voice, and again Naruto can sense even without sage mode, he's got a good perception of the environment thanks to sage training, so he can sense that there's something a little off here, and it's like. And he basically further intimidation, he does go into sage mode just to show off, just like and then just and Kankuro wouldn't know what that is. if anything, he must think it's like a jutsu, kind of like Gaara has, something with his eyes, which is not his actual jutsu. It's just actually, if I'm not mistaken, it is a sign of his magnet release, if I'm not mistaken. His Yoton. Shit. And then Naruto using stage mode. Here's the thing: stage mode can pick up chakra. I don't think it allows you to see chakra, but seeing as it's kind of visual with his eyes, I imagine he kind of can pick up the chakra strings, if only it like in brief glimpses. But he can still see them. He's like, so that's what he's doing. All right. Yeah. And then he realizes because again, I'm sure Jiraiya's taken him near every great land, basically every land, even the land of Earth or the land of Stone a little bit, or the Earth Country a little bit. So he knows Sanhebens, and he also knows they're famous for puppeteering, and he quickly puts two and two together. It's like, oh, that's what he's doing. So now he also gets an excuse to try something out. So he puts on he puts on some gloves. Like, I'm going to give you one last chance. He deactivates Sage Mode, and I'm going to give you one last chance. Put him down, or I will make you put him down. And it's like, you're annoying, all of you. So I'm just gonna snap you in half. I'm gonna snap you after I beat the little brat up. And it's like, no, you don't. And then he just walks over and just starts to, rush him. Kankuro tries to trip him up like before, but Naruto activates a seal. And at best, Naruto just kind of has to maneuver a little bit. To which Kankuro immediately like, wait, what? And then he tries to do it again. He's like, and then because he's so focused on it, Naruto just gut checks him and then just boom, Gale palms him and then just grabs Konohamaru. I was like, you okay, buddy? He's like, oh, boss, you rule. How'd you do that? And then Kankuro gets up and goes, yeah, I would like to know. I want to know the same thing too. How'd you do that? How'd you know about my chakra strings? And it's like, oh yeah, or it's like, how'd you do that? It's like, well, I figured out how you were. I saw your chakra strings or noticed your chakra strings, so it allowed me to try this little trick out. Tried a while back, but I had to use a bunch of clones for it, and it was just so annoying. So I decided to try to add these seals onto my gloves. Really good for absorbing chakra. Unfortunately, I can't absorb too much at once right now. But the little amount of chakra your strings produce were more than enough. It were really easy for me to handle. And then, it's like you, and then Tamari's impressed, and even Sakura's impressed. So, Kankuro pulls out Crow. It's like, I'm gonna enjoy taking out, and then, Sasuke, before he even tries, does the pebble, just and then, Kankuro, stop it. You're an embarrassment to our village. And then there's Gaara, and he shows up. Now, I'm going to end it because we're almost at 30 minutes. With saying that how dumb was Kankuro back then? Think about this. Now, Kankuro's never been a true idiot. In fact, tactically, he's actually very intelligent. But you walk into a village, your ally village, no less. You're invited, but you know that this is not your place, this is not your home, so you mess up here, you could be in serious shit. And what does Kankuro do? He's about to beat up a little kid who he didn't even know was the grandson of the Hokage. Why? And all because he got a little annoyed. Kankuro's a dumbass. And we're going to leave it on that. Kankuro's a dumbass. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And I just who would win Star Wars, Superhero, Magic, what if, anything to do with the channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you folks